Shoes.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Shoes.
Today we're going to be looking at a continuation of the previous video. If you saw it, if you haven't seen it, if you want, you can check it out. It was the Nike X Sacai in the Blazer Low silhouette, and we looked at the iron gray, but today we're going to be looking at the British tan / university red colorway, and we got it right here. It was a very wholesome and lucky week on sneakers. This hasn't happened in a very long time. We copped 3 shoes, which is honestly, it's like unheard of. So it was a very special. It literally made my weekend. Honestly, it made the weekend when you wake up on a Saturday, you know, and if you get a sneaker L, it makes you sad, but if you get 3 wins in a row, it makes you so happy. It honestly made the weekend. So alhamdulillah, happy for these shoes and grateful to have these, you know, in hand. I managed to cop my size in the draw, which is a UK 9 or US 10. So yeah, without further ado, let's look into the box of the shoe. So the box of the shoe is very simple, similar to the Sacai Vapor Waffles that we had. This is a classic Nike box with the classic orange Nike box with the Nike logo embossed on it. Kind of gives that transparent kind of vibe, kind of sheen. It's nice, it's different, it's cool, and the build quality of the box is super duper nice. And of course, the thing that sets this box aside, besides the transparent thing going on over here, is you got the tick with an N on this side, and it continues over on this side with the Ike and the tick continuing. You got the shoe sizing on here, so as you can see, it's a 10 or UK 9 with the Nike embossed over here. I'm always get messed up with the camera flippity do thing. And nothing on this side, and at the bottom we've got our logos and all that jazz. So the good quality material used in the box, as you expect in most Nike collaborations. So the shoe, just to let you all know, it retails for 110 pounds, which I'm assuming is around 130 $140. Resale of this isn't going too crazy. I think this one is going for slightly less than the iron gray one, but yeah, it's not too much. It's 10-20 pounds over the retail price. I expect it to go down a bit because you're gonna get people getting their shoes in now, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and you know, people are gonna be reselling them. So expect the prices to be going down a little bit. So if you want to wait like a couple of days, the price may go down. You can cop your shoes for basically retail price. So without further ado, let's look into the shoe. Here we have it. So you got that classic Nike Sacai writing in this very good quality, smooth as silk paper. And the cool thing that they've done is, because I've already seen the previous box, and I'm assuming they're gonna do with this one, because it'd be weird if they didn't, is they've got actually 2 layers of packaging. So the Nike Sacai collaboration is well known for having the 2 tick thing going on. So they've done the same thing, a little nod to that, with a 2 kind of layer packaging thing that they got going on here. As you can see, this one is a bit more high quality. The one at the bottom is a bit less, a bit of a lower quality paper, but still we move. So let me just take one of these bad boys out for you guys to show y'all. All right, here we have it, the Nike X Sacai Blazer Low silhouette in the British tan, that kind of khaki and a university red colorway. So first, this is my first time actually looking at the shoe in hand, and is nice. It's like the materials and the build quality. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this feels slightly a bit more heavy than the iron gray one. Maybe it's just, you know, a weird sensation that I've got going on, or maybe I need to go gym, which is why this feels a bit more heavier. But yeah, it's same quality thing we got going on over here. As you can see, the camera's not doing this justice. Even though this looks orange, this is very red. It's like blood red right here, and it's got a little white stitching over here. So good quality leather over here. In terms of the materials used in the shoe, it's again similar to the iron gray one, where you've got a lot of the upper, the toe panel, the sides is and a little bit of the back, you've got this suede. It's nice. It's like decent soft. It's not gonna change color or, you know, change texture as you move left to right, but it is nice to have suede, and it is a decent quality suede, kind of similar to the Jordan 5 anthracite. In terms of the tongue, you've got this cool thing going on where you got this superimposing brown on university red, brown on red laces, which I think is a really cool touch. It's quite different. It makes the shoe pop, and it makes the shoe stand on its own, and kind of like have its own identity, because, you know, it's not often that you get superimposed laces like this. And of course, the rest of the shoe in the upper, in the kind of the lace area, and of course the swooshes are both a very nice, seems like a very high quality leather. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of feels like, it kind of looks like a horse saddle kind of leather, and the way they've stitched it, it doesn't look cheap, even though the price of this isn't as much as some of the other shoes you might get. As you can see, the stitching on this feels super premium, feels super nice on the leather. You've even got suede on the tongue of the front one, not at the bottom one. The bottom one is kind of like a mesh, not like a, yeah, kind of like a mesh, kind of like a fabric kind of thing, but you got suede on the first tongue. You got Nike sportswear made in China, and then at the bottom one you've got the Nike Sacai in the university red. So it's quite cool that you get two laces for the price of one. It's quite dope. Is quite nice. So again, the same thing, you have the outsole is the same for both shoes. The midsole and outsole is the same for both shoes. Kind of this one construction that kind of looks like stuff's been glued on, or it's like part of like, it honestly looks like a nice cool little art project. Both these shoes, honestly, it looks like you're wearing art on your feet. Now I normally say that about like Yeezy shoes. I feel like a bunch of Yeezy shoes, the way they use the color, the way they use the design, it kind of feels like a work of art that you're walking around in. And this certainly is, it is kind of like a work of art right here. You got this kind of layers of texture going on over here, and I think because you got quite a chunky, quite a meaty midsole, I think it will give you a little bit of height as well. And because it's quite textured, it's got like that kind of paper mache kind of texture thing going on over here. Even if you, I feel like even if you wear these shoes on a day-to-day basis, it'll be hard to get them too dirty if you had, you know, just a plain white thing going on over here without any texture thing going on. So the outsole, sorry, the midsole is very tough. I think it's kind of like this really hard rubber thing. It's like different construction on top of the other, kind of glued together. At the bottom you got a herringbone traction thing going on over here, so you know you got good protection when you're doing your day for today lifestyle wear, or I don't know if people use this for running, but I feel like this is a very nice, it's a very cool kind of lifestyle shoe thing going on over here. Inside you've got the Nike Sacai branding logo over here, and of course, as with the iron gray shoe, you get the same white laces. I wish they may have gone for some, let me see if there's any other laces. No, it's just those. So I wish they may have gone for some other, you know, color for this one. I mean, I think I should not go. I feel like white might actually pop in this because you got a contrast of different colors going on over here. But I do like the superimposed red on brown because it makes the shoe look different. It makes the shoe have its own identity. But you do have this if you want. It's a different type of lace. It's not the flat lace that you have here. It's more like a round kind of classic lace thing going on over here. In terms of which I prefer out of the this one and the iron gray one, I'm leaning more towards the iron gray one just because that I'm more into that subtle kind of thing that I feel like it just looks a bit more cooler. It has that kind of Batman Arkham vibe. I don't know why, but like it gives that kind of dark, like gothic kind of vibe to it. I really dig that. So at the beginning, like I said in the previous video, when I briefly just opened the shoe just to get a little sneak peek of it, this one popped way more than the other one, and I thought this was going to be my favorite. But after close inspection of the iron gray one, that's just one color. It's the colorway that I feel like would suit me, and it looks more nicer to me than this one. And one thing that I had a gripe about with the iron gray one that is continued in this is that at the top they used foam, and I feel like it's a bit more prominent in this one than the gray one because of the color differences, and the foam that's used is a different color to the suede and the brown. I don't know, I just feel like the Zoom Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comforts, I feel like it just, the quality just kind of, I don't know, it looks a bit cheap to use foam just on the top. It kind of feels like a mattress cut in half. I ain't a big fan of that, but you got that same foam thing on the top of both the tongues. So it doesn't do much. I think it just adds to the comfort of the shoe, and it may feel super duper nice. But yeah, just in terms of an aesthetic point of view, I don't know, I personally would prefer if they just kind of all round sueded it. I think it would give a much more nice, much more premium kind of look. But they've gone for the foam, and it's not a deal breaker because honestly it's hard to notice it in general if you're just walking about. But it's a nice shoe. I think the blazer lows that they come out this time around compared to the ones that they had before, which I think one was like a magma orange and one was like a green yellow kind of thing, I feel like these, they really hit it out of the park with the iron gray, and this one I feel like these like look way more better. They're way more wearable. They're way more, they're nicer. They feel more premium. They feel cool, and they're both nice shoes. So I'm gonna give this shoe an 8 out of 10 just because the quality is super nice for the price you're paying. You got a bunch of cool features over here. You got the superimposed lacing, you got the double tongue going on over here, and it just kind of feels like a piece of art. And I know it's The camera isn't doing this justice, but the red on it, honestly, in this is super duper nice. It pops. It doesn't look as orange as this. My camera is just very shit. So that's probably why it doesn't do it justice. So like that's yeah, 8 out of 10. A decent, a very nice collaboration, a very good shoe by Nike and Sacai. I hope they keep popping up. I wasn't a big fan of the Blazer silhouette, but they've made this shoe look super duper dope, and they made the shoe look super duper cool. So let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the iron gray? Do you prefer these? And you know, or if you don't like them in general, or if you know whatever your thoughts are. And the next review we got is gonna be a spicy one because it's an Air Jordan 12. So please stay tuned for that. Hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. And peace.
Let's go.